The weather is getting warm, so let's head up north to the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary to see how you can have breakfast with their animals. And one this weekend you can, Raquel, and that's the Lynx. And we were just talking before we came on, what's the difference between a bobcat and a lynx?
They actually are different. Bobcats are going to have much more striping, much more distinctive spotting. If you look at these lynx, they're much more a solid color. They're not, you don't get that much striping and spotting on them. They also have longer hind legs, and they actually have bigger feet, and that's really important for lynx because they're going to hunt much more in snowy weather, and their big prey species is rabbit or hares or snowshoe hares. And so they need to have those really big feet to actually help them maneuver on the snow and help them to hunt. So they're very different, but when you look at them kind of separately, it's hard to tell apart sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about Baxter, but Baxter is a bobcat. But also, too, I just have a question. Do they get mail there like that? What is that, a package delivered from Amazon? Do they just go in there and just leave it for them? What's the package?
You know what? One of the things our animals like the most, and they're just like your house cat, really. If you give them a box, they're always curious about the box, and if you put a distinctive smell on it, whether it's perfume or a smell from either the hair of another animal, they're usually pretty curious about it. So tomorrow, for these guys aren't really, hot on eating a lot of food in the morning, and so for breakfast with the animals, we actually bring logs over from our foxes, and that just drives them crazy because it's such a distinctive smell that gets them all excited.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, you said
and now
they
just seem like they're going back to bed.
Yeah, well, you just said right there, breakfast with the lynx tomorrow morning, but you're having breakfast with the animals all the time, which is nice. So how does the breakfast work?
Sure. So we have breakfast usually the second Saturday of every month, and it's a different species. So next month we're going to have breakfast with the eagles, then we have breakfast with the lemurs, after that we have breakfast with the tortoises. Every month all the way through September, you can register online. It's a great way to come up, have breakfast, get a presentation, the animals get fed at the same time. We do a lot of activities for the kids, and then you're free to roam the zoo the rest of the day. So it's a great way to have kind of a morning activity and then enjoy the zoo and the lake the rest of the day.
It's
so
nice.
Yeah, visit our website and you can see all our different dates.
Yeah. Raquel, let's talk about the sanctuary. We've been calling it a zoo, but it's actually a sanctuary. And let's let people know that you're there rescuing animals actually from all over the northern part of Arizona. But sometimes you don't keep them there. You take care of them, then send them back out into the wilderness. But it is a sanctuary there.
Absolutely. So we like to say every single one of our animals has a story. So you saw that earlier shot of our eagle, Montana. She's a rescue bird. She's unable to fly. She has a permanent wing injury. And so she's an animal that cannot be released back into the wild. And there's lots of different stories for each of the different species that we have. It could be an animal that was injured. It could be an animal that had to be hand raised. It could be an animal that was confiscated. And sometimes we get our exotic species that way as well. They could be relinquished from exotic pet owners, or perhaps another institution or organization closes down. So every single one of our animals has a story, and we like to make sure that our animals have a permanent home. Yeah. But we absolutely do rescue and triage to really help our community deal with the wildlife and absolutely re-release when possible.
And it's so educational up there, and as we're seeing the lynx just laying there, you might, out hiking or anywhere, we'll see maybe a bobcat or a little, I don't know, mountain lion or something, but you don't want to approach those, and that's why it's great to go to breakfast there and learn about these animals and the wilderness that they live in, so we can be more careful and more respectful to them. So how can people find, first of all, let people know where you're at, because it's kind of like a hidden gem right there. Where are you located?
Sure, we're at 1403 Heritage Park Road, right in Prescott, Arizona, right across the street from Emory-Riddle, and we're open every single day of the year. We have adults are $12, seniors and military $10, children $6. It's a great way to come up, spend some time at the zoo, support a nonprofit institution, and then enjoy the rest of Prescott, because it's a beautiful city and it is a little bit cooler up here.
Yes, you're going to have some magnificent weather today. I believe that's what he said. So Raquel, we will see you back in a little bit. because we're going to talk about Easter in our second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. So thank you, Raquel. And again, we on aztv.com, we have information on how you can, of course, get more information about breakfast at the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary. All right, as he's relaxing, I might take a little relax for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So come on back.